who has worked tirelessly for the betterment of Arunachal Pradesh. I am a witness. I am a witness to his dedication, commitment, and passion. Initially, working as an educator, the values that he possessed during his time as a professor still resonates in him, even as he went on a journey in administration. He is an individual who has lived many lives. And why I say this because he has, because of his many jobs, many jobs, and because of this I say that he has lived many lives. And yes, the brilliant man that he is. And I recall him saying for himself that he is a jack of all trades and a master of none. But sir, I would like to reiterate and correct the statement. And I would like to quote in full, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. So ladies and gentlemen, I call upon Dr. A.K Mishra to say a few words on this auspicious day.
Kamil, thank you very much for your wonderful, appreciation. Though I don't think that I deserve that much, but thank you very much. Good morning and namaskar. Indeed, it is a great moment for all of us to witness this auspicious day at VK City. Why we are observing or celebrating the important days still in modern times and in our days? As because while celebrating any occasion, we can recall our memories, the contribution made by, our ancestors. Most respected Principal, Dr. Meenakshi Goswami Sharma, VK Plant Sangatak, Priyanka Didi, esteemed learned faculty members of VK CTE, other staff, trainee teachers, ladies and gentlemen. We are here to recall our memory about the contribution made by the great monk of our country, Swami Vivekananda. Still, we remember Swamiji as one of the factors, the force who ignited the youth of the world, the people of the world. What compassion we have in our traditions, in our system, that is reflected in the speech of Swami Vivekananda. Many speakers have already said a lot about Swamiji, but still I believe that if we want to talk, if we want to discuss about the contribution of Swami Vivekananda to our country, to our religion, to the mankind of the world, it takes a lot of times, and we can deliberate upon all these aspects or the contributions made by Swami Vivekananda. Being a teacher, we also think that the society always looking at us. We have a great responsibility. I think those teacher trainees who have selected this, the course, so I think that you are lucky. Being an academic in charge of the state, I can say proudly that VK CTE is imparting a value-based education to you all. And you are the real stakeholders of your society to spread the masses of mankind, the compassion, the brotherhood, these all to the members of society. I think that this profession, the course you have chosen, it is not accidental nor by chance. Specifically, you have chosen, and this is teaching is indeed a real or noble profession where you can contribute a lot. I think I am a student of political science, and society is our laboratory. So being a teacher, you have the power, you have all these innovative ideas to do certain experiments in the schools or in the institution where you are, to do certain, these experiments and make, the right citizens, make people who will able to contribute the society. Once I had some discussion with some high officials, and I came to realize that anyone who is doing a great job for our nation, they were at least the student of any teacher. So we have also a tradition of Guru Sishya Parampara. And this VKCTE is inculcating all these things in you. So I must praise the contribution of VKCTE in our state, Arunachal Pradesh. A small initiative can lead you to the pinnacle of all glories in days to come. Only you have that much dedication, enthusiasm, and the zeal to contribute the society in whatever capacity you are doing, contributing, that will be the great impact for our society, for our state, for our nation. Coming to the main theme of the program, this Universal Brotherhood Day. Yes, the Universal Brotherhood Day, which is being celebrated here today, the entire nation, I can say the entire world is witnessing this celebration. Why? As because the footprint that has been left by Swami Vivekananda, that is in the mindset of the entire humanity of the world, and it cannot be wiped out by anyone. So this Universal Brotherhood Day on 11th September is being celebrated across the world. And this year, particularly the year 2023, this is very, very important. Why very, very important? Whatever message was given by Swamiji in long back 1893 at Chicago, one of the city of United States of America, and India through our Swamiji really had given a message to the world community that we have, the Indian have the compassion towards all mankind, towards all humanity. One of the speaker has rightly mentioned, I must appreciate the speech of our Priyanka Devi, that being an Indian, we are worshipping, the trees, the river, mountain. These are the paramparas. These are the traditions of our Indian culture, our Indian society. So these ethos you normally cannot get in all the people. And also we must appreciate the beauty of our state, Arunachal Pradesh. You see, India we are proud as an Indian, as a citizen of our country. We have love, compassion for our nation, for our people. And accordingly, if we compare Arunachal Pradesh in itself a miniature India. Why? As because we have 26 major tribes and more than 100 minor tribes, and you have their different traditions, different culture, and how beautifully you have depicted all these things to us in the traditional dance or your song. This song I was mesmerized to hear. This really thrilled us even to hear the song. I would like to share one memory. Just we have visited Bombdila. There is a visit of the government college Bombdila, and while coming back from Bombdila, we stayed for a few hours at Rupa. आप लोग वहाँ पे एक बॉल ऑफ फायर म्यूजियम है, वहाँ कभी मौका मिले तो जरूर जाइए। वहाँ 1962 का जो वार है, साइनो इंडियन वार, उसके वहाँ पे स्टोरी है। हम लोगों के पास उतना टाइम नहीं था, नहीं तो उसमें है तो बहुत छोटा 2 रूम का म्यूजियम है, बट इफ यू हैव टाइम यू प्लीज विजिट देयर. You can have an idea of Indo-China war, how our, the soldiers, they fought against China. As Didi has rightly mentioned, when Swami Vivekananda had visited United States of America long back, this type of mode of transportation is not available. He doesn't have such type of amenities available with him, but he is staying as because he had to lead the nation among the community of the world. एक जवान था जो वहाँ हम लोगों को बता रहा था, तो हमारे सोल्जर्स के पास उस समय अच्छे कपड़े नहीं थे जो ठंड में पहना जाता है, और चाइनीज के पास लाइट मशीन गन, मीडियम मशीन गन दैट इज देयर इन दैट म्यूजियम, वो था. और हमारे जवान 303 जो हमारे पास वही कैपेसिटी था, वही कैपेबिलिटी था, उससे वो लड़ रहे थे. और उस जवान ने लास्ट में एक बात ऐसा कहा जो हमारे हृदय को छू गया कि पता नहीं कि हमको ये इस तरह का वार करने का कभी मौका मिले या न मिले, लेकिन हमारे एंसेस्टर्स, हमारे पूर्वजों ने इस तरह अपनी जान देकर मातृभूमि की रक्षा की है. तो मुझे भी ऐसा जोश हुआ कि सच में अगर आज ऐसा कोई इंडो चाइना वार होता है तो मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि हमारी आर्मी ही नहीं, हमारे भारत के सारे लोग आगे आकर डट कर मुकाबला करेंगे और अपने राष्ट्र के गौरव को अक्षुण्ण रखेंगे. इस तरह का है जो जज्बा हमारे अंदर है, हमारे देश के अंदर है. सो कमिंग टू अगेन टू यूनिवर्सल ब्रदरहुड डे, इट मार्क्स द commemoration of Swami Vivekananda famous speech delivered on September 11, 1893 in Chicago at the delegates of the World Parliament of Religions. And as Didi has rightly mentioned, when he stood up and addressed the gathering sister and brothers of America, then there was really a standing ovation for Swamiji's, and that ovation, the clapping was continued for 2 minutes, and that was a great impact on the minds of the all delegates, they representing their different nations, different religions. Yes, Swamiji has rightly propagated the Sanatan Dharma, but he had a compassion for all religions. He never thought that we are supreme, as Didi has rightly mentioned. It's never reflected that only Sanatan Dharma is super over all religions. He had a compassion for all religions. All religions are equal. The people who have faith, beliefs in the different religions, they all are equal. Even our constitution permits to, we can propagate any sort of religion. So that message was given by Swamiji, and it was a short speech of 500 words, because there was a time limitation for each speakers, but the impact that was left by Swamiji's in the minds of the people of the world, that has much above that the world limits, and the speech delivered in the World Religions of Parliament. And it is said that after hearing those opening words, the entire assembly really impressed, and later many, the leaders of the different sects or religious leaders, they interacted with Swamiji's, and Swamiji's really have given deep message to all those sects or all the religions. He had given an idea of tolerance. This is very important. Now, this is my humble request that we have much compassion and tolerance in our personality. How you are tolerating a situation, it depends on you. And you must inculcate all these good things in your personality, in your behavior. You must imbibe all these virtuous and the positive aspects in your personality. Swamiji's speech was a turning point of the parliament because it changed the idea of toleration. He talked about the idea of toleration. He added the dimension of acceptance, how we are accepting all religion as equal. There is no distinction that based on any religion, caste, sex, etc., etc. That based on the tolerance, because whatever tolerance is mentioned by Swamiji, the tolerance is a state of mind that implies non-judgmental acceptance of different lifestyles and beliefs. Yes, whatever lifestyles you have, whatever beliefs you have, we have equal faith, and we must give that much respect to all those sects, all those religions, and that is further he asserted that I am proud to belong a religion. This was the quote I am quoting Vivekananda. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. These are the two important words of Swamiji that has given a great message to the members of the world and the members of the religious parliament. We believe not only in the universal acceptance, not only in universal tolerance, but we accept all religion as truth. And it has been just told by our Priyanka Didi. And I'm not going to define as, because he very nicely, I'm not capable to that much to define the tolerance and these all things. But that what universal brotherhood means, you see, it refers to the oneness of society. Our society is one, and we must have faith in that oneness of our society. It aims to reduce war and to encourage living in peace and harmony. It should be our endeavors to propagate, profess peace and harmony, even in our society where you are living. If you are living in as a paying guest, if you are living in a hostel, if you are in a classroom, you have to propagate. These smallest steps can also help you to boost all these moralities in your personality, and you can say other members of the society that yes, I have that much caliber in myself. Then it encourages respect for diversity. Yes, we must have respect for the diversity which have. This is the beauty of our country, and this diversity is also beauty of our state, Arunachal Pradesh. And I'm also, though I'm not an Arunachali, but I have much respect for Arunachali society, as because when I joined in Arunachal Pradesh, I learned a lot. I'm citing an example of this entire northeastern India, as because these societies are free from caste, free from untouchability, and these practices we have seen in our childhood. So you are very lucky. You have to channelize all these good things, and just it has to be propagated to the other people, to the masses of our society. And I hope that being a trainee of this VKCTE, you must be a brand ambassador of VKCTE, and through the classroom teaching, you will make our state, make our country great, and you will leave that stone unturned to educate the people of our society and make our state as a great state, and we can say that we are the proud citizen of India, we are proud citizen of Arunachal Pradesh. Then 2-3 more things I would like to just discuss with you, that everyone should have the feelings that the world is common-centered and should not disturb the life system of the other creature. And these things we are losing. Even you see in 21st century, the crisis of Russia-Ukraine war, you can think what type of compassion we have. And it has, now we can say that during this G20 summit, at least India can achieve all these targets while accepting all these things, and Delhi Declaration has given a message to the world community that we have that capability to, educate the people of the world through many things. And the motto and the catchword of this, G20 summit that is held is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. And even Joe Biden, the President of United States of America, he also asserted the meaning of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one family, one earth, one future. And we are talking about, the sustainable development. And education comes as under the part of the United Nations Declaration of that talks about the sustainable development. And under sustainable development goal 4, we are focusing on the part of the education. So we must keep all these things in our mind. And now, why the peace is very important, as because there is unrest, and unrest in the minds of the statesmen, unrest in the minds of the people of society, and that leads to many the crimes, even heinous crimes. So we should build peace from ourselves. We have to imbibe these all good traits in our personality, and only it will help you to convince the other people of the society. And I think that major traits of the universal brotherhood, what we are facing problem during our time, that is the international misunderstanding. I think this Ukraine-Russia war is the best example of this misunderstanding, as because Putin thinking that Ukraine is under control of the NATO country, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, where there was a system, the situation of Cold War in between United States of America and Soviet Russia. I mean the former USSR. So the situation was like that, and still that situation is prevailing. And few, the industrialist families and the leaders of the world wanted to take advantage for their personal benefit, while, creating a nuisance for the mankind. Another one is lack of diplomatic relationship between two countries. That is also an example of Russia and Ukraine. And the atomic war situation and nuclear weapon competitions. And now these all have categorically been mentioned under Delhi Declaration. And yesterday that was the culmination of G20, where India given a message to the world community. Many of you might be witness of the yesterday and day before yesterday's program. Two prominent, the pictures were in the backside of our Honorable Prime Minister. One was the giant wheel of the famous Sun Temple, Odisha, and that is also one of the logo of NSS. I am the state liaison officer of NSS, and that giant wheel of Sun Temple of Odisha depicts, the calculation of time. There are 8 bars in that. I don't have that PowerPoint presentation, but if you will see the symbol of NSS, that 8 bars also there in the symbol of NSS, and the 8 bars indicates the measurement of time. And in ancient days, we used to calculate times as prahar, and that 8 prahar and 1 prahar is equal to 4 hours. So if you calculate 8 into 4, that is 24 hours. And this is one of the ethics of NSS, that we are ready to serve the society round the clock, I mean 24 hours. So all these things are there. And lastly, I would like to mention that Swamiji really propagate the religious tolerance and harmony among the citizens of the world. And as Didi has mentioned, that American press praised Swamiji as cyclonic monk from India. You see, when Swamiji stood up and given a message to the society of the world, it was being compared by the American press as cyclonic. You can imagine the impact of cyclone. And they highlighted his lofty ideals, which not only kept the name and fame of Swamiji, but also through Swamiji, the name of our great nation known to each and everyone who were the part of this World Religions of Parliament. His speech at the Parliament of the World Religions were key in putting India and Sanatan Dharma on a global map, introducing India to the West, and the threshold for false image that was built by the Western about our country. I can say now many things is now being changed by the government, as because even the historians who have put the wrong images of our nation, and we cannot believe only on that perspective that is being built by certain motives to defame our nation. And we can say that yes, we are a proud citizen of a great nation, and we can have that much strength to give nation to the world community. And I hope, I have firm belief that through joint endeavors we can achieve any target, and not only we can achieve the glory, rather we will able to give the message to the community of the world with the blessings of Swami Vivekananda. Thank you very much. I am indebted to the VKCTE and the organizer for inviting me to interact with you. Thank you very much.
Every single one of it. And my statement of you being knowledgeable stands correct. And I believe all of you present here today is taking something from this and use it in day-to-day life. And to all the NSS volunteers, he is the embodiment, he is the pinnacle. Thank you, sir, for appreciating the entire VKCTE family. We are honored to have been appreciated by you. Thank you, sir, for reigniting the fire of sacrifice and patriotism in all of us. Thank you so much, and I hope that your love and support for VKCTE will continue in the years to come.